recently, there's been a lot of big developments for Cardano that we need to talk about. And in this video, we're going to go over one metaverse project in particular that is launching on the Cardano blockchain. And it is the very first metaverse project that I have seen that is actually bringing a Cardano metaverse to market, a real working game to the market. There's been a lot of other announcements before, but there have not been any projects that have actually brought a game to the market. So let's talk about Iconicos. So Iconicos is a Cardano metaverse project. And the cool thing about Iconicos is that it is trying to help promote the Cardano blockchain. They have a token, and if you are interested in the Cardano blockchain, Cardano ecosystem, this is one that you should definitely keep an eye out on. So with Iconicos, the things about it is that it has a very strong team, which I always look for. Fully doxed. They even have their own podcast, which they talk about development activity on Iconicos, where what's going on, what's happening. I think they have a great setup. I like that they're fully doxed. In addition to this, they also have their entire ecosystem and roadmap laid out on their website. As you can see, they're having their actual metaverse launching in Q4 of 2022. They talk a little bit about that there. And third thing with this is that they have NFTs that have been consistently increasing in value. These are called their passports. We'll dive into in a minute. But these have been consistently increasing in value even when the overall market has taken a massive hit. If you look at their Genesis passports, you can see the floor price has steadily increased over time and really remained the same, if not increasing. You could see back in June, it was around 340 average, 200 average for floor price. Now the floor price is right around 540 ADA. So these are things that I like to see. But with Iconicos starting off, it is essentially, when you click on read more, you look at the about section, the way that they talk about themselves is that it's a planet similar to Earth that is home to aliens. Humans possess emotional powers that aliens on Iconicos must absorb from their planet to survive. And they're trying to build a very interactive game. They said that this in the future is going to be a place for not only people in the Cardano ecosystem, but everyone in crypto and people who like games in general. And you could read more about this here, but essentially the vibe and the world that they're building is a planet similar to Earth that is home to aliens, and that is what is going on there. With the project, what we want to talk about most importantly is these Genesis passports. So when you're looking at the Genesis passports, there's a few interesting things that stand out. So if you click on NFTs, you can see that right here. With these NFTs, there are 5 tiers of passports. These are essentially their NFTs. These allow for significant benefits in the community. You can see that it says, according to the tier, every passport provides you with multiple perks such as 1 Genesis hoodie, 1 Genesis sleeping pod, 1 Genesis flying car, 1 Genesis yacht, 1 Genesis flat in the Genesis tower, 1 Genesis floating villa, 4 land plots in the respective tiers district, 1 Genesis tier crystal, Genesis tiered whitelist, Genesis crystal aura, and Genesis crystal discounts. So it has all of these perks. These aren't NFTs, but they are perks for actually in the metaverse. This is really cool. In addition to this, they're going to be launching additional NFT collections, and you simply can get whitelist spot, Genesis tiered whitelist spots for simply owning these passports. So that is really cool. And when you're looking at this, you dive a little bit deeper, you can see that right now, the floor price for these are 540 Cardano. They've been consistently selling for more, actually. If you're looking at the recent sales, 3 hours ago was for 849 ADA. 3 hours ago was for 2,250 ADA. You could see 888, 550, 90. They're consistently selling for significantly more than 500 ADA, but that is the floor price right now. Next thing is with their roadmap. When we look at their roadmap, we briefly mentioned how they're actually bringing the first Cardano metaverse to market. But when we're looking at this, you can see the roadmap has been pretty consistent over the last year with developments. Q1 2022, they had the community building and phase 1 launch with the Genesis Passport NFT drop. They also had this combined with hoodies, which they sent out to NFT holders. And you could see all about that when it was in July. They had this on New York City in Times Square. You could see that right here. But after that, they also had pretty significant developments as well with metadata update for Legends, metadata update for Indras, and other aspects of the game. Coming up, the big ones I want to point out are really in Q4 2022, with the Iconicos Metaverse Phase 1 of beta access. This is something that is very important, and by owning NFTs and participating in this, you can actually get beta access. So that is really cool. In addition to this, if you take a look at some of the other updates and things that they've announced with their metaverse, recently they've talked a lot about specific designs and interiors within their metaverse. You can see on Twitter, they said, presenting you the interiors of the first shopping mall on the other planet, Iconicos. They talk a little bit about commerce and the future there. You can see all these pictures and how it has a really, really interesting and unique design. In addition to that, they also talk a little bit about the Genesis passport holders, how they'll have beta access to this metaverse starting in November, which is coming up very soon. And they give you some more images there about the shopping mall. And third thing is going to be just another tiny little sneak peek as to what is going on in the metaverse with the amphitheater. So there's a lot of exciting things coming there. Moving forward into 2023, there's going to be additional updates too. White paper. There's going to be the EIK token launch, which is very important, as well as 2 land sales throughout 2023. You can see Q2 is going to be the first land sale and Q4 is going to be the second land sale. So all of these are very exciting and ways to get a part of a rapidly growing Cardano metaverse project. So definitely keep an eye out on that. Last thing I want to go over is simply with what is going on with their Twitter. Recently, they've been growing very rapidly on Twitter as well. They have over 20,000 followers, and we all know that Cardano's community is one of the strongest in the crypto space. Whether you like Cardano or not, it is by far one of the strongest. So as they continue to lead up to some of these major announcements, this is something that I'm expecting to grow even faster. And with the strong Cardano community on Twitter, I'm expecting this project to continue to do very well and continue to grow very rapidly. So just keep this project on your radar. Right now, they don't have a token that has launched. You can't buy a token just yet, but they do have a lot of developments going on. They have their Genesis NFTs, these passports that they call them, which you can buy on the marketplace. There are a total of 3,248 items. They are available here, and the floor price has been steadily increasing. So if you want to get some benefits, early access, and additional perks, make sure to purchase an NFT. In addition to that, they're also going to be running a giveaway where they're giving away a free Oculus VR headset. So I'll post a link in the description for that. It's like a completely free giveaway that they're running, but just follow this project. See what they're doing on Twitter, see what they're doing in their social media, and let me know your thoughts. But I really wanted to share a Cardano metaverse project